daughter is a guy by the name of Frank Zappa. Moon is the girl that did it. And the drummer that drums for Frank Zappa is here today. He's been on the road with Alan Allsworth, and he's here today as one of our judges, a guy by the name of Chad Wackerman. Chad? Okay, we're going to start off, like I say, with the 10-year-old to 12-year-old category. And the first individual is a guy by the name of Doug Sandy. Doug? you guys recognize any of these songs or not, but I don't. Listen, a little bit later on, we're going to have a full band, and it's going to be playback. That's coming up at 12 noon, providing, well, you know what I'm talking about here. Look up. We're in the 10-year-old to 12-year-old category. Thus far, we've heard from Doug Stanny, Robbie Brown, and Peter Burke. Now we've got an 11-year-old. Those guys were all 12 years old. We've got an 11-year-old. This guy is Craig Anderson. Craig Anderson. Judges, that guy's name, once again, is Craig Anderson. We're in the 10-year-old to 12-year-old category. People that put this on, the Westlake Village Merchants Association and the Village Bank, the Westlake City Chamber of Commerce, they really want to thank you again. 12-year-old who was 11 years old. Okay, now we're going to hear from Tom Hooper, also 11. Tom Hooper. was this. But we would like to thank you for coming out today. There's going to be a lot of stuff going on, including the Westlake Village Chamber of Commerce would like you to know that the Westlake High School Jazz Combo is going to be out here a little bit later on today. So we're looking forward to that. We've just heard the 10-year-old to 12-year-old category. Judges, you've got a name down there. It's Danny McElvaney, and Danny's not here. So go ahead and cross him off. He wasn't able to make it today. Danny McElvaney didn't show up. So we just heard the 10-year-old to 12-year-old category. Judges, that completes that category. That's the end of the 10-year-old to 12-year-old category. Next, we're going to hear from the 13 to 16-year-olds. 13 to 16-year-olds. The first drummer that we have in that category is 13-year-old Tim Williams. So Tim Williams is the first drummer in the 13 to 16-year-old category today. We're going to hear from him. I don't know whether you're familiar with Aaron Decker. He's a banjo player. He's going to be here today also a little bit later on. It's all going to be after the drum contest along with the group playback.
Where you work?
Yeah, who are you?
Who are you, man?
I'm a drummer. Once again, his name is Tim Williams, and he's 13 years old, and this, judges, is the first individual in the 13 to 16-year-old category. Okay, guys? Tim Williams. Rich, 15-year-old Rich Keenan. Judges, first one, once again, Tim Williams, this time Rich Keenan. once again is Darren O'Connell, and he's 13 years old. Darren O'Connell. And we got a 16-year-old up next. Judges, this is Dave Hooper. Dave Hooper.
Move the mic. Wait. Move the mic.
Move the mic. Wait. Right.
No.
You guys notice they got the sprinklers on back here today? On the stage? Year-old Dave Hooper. This is not only happening today, the drum off is just going on today, but tomorrow they're going to have other events with the Westlake Village Pumpkin Festival. And they're going to have the Tim Barnes Puppets, the Showboat Troupe, Sweet Adelines, dancers from Judy's School of Dance. So if you have to leave early today, there's a lot of stuff going on out here tomorrow. Some of the merchants that are putting this on, or some of those right over there in the shopping center, Orange Julius, also the Village Bank. One of the merchants out here in Westlake Village is happy to put on the Pumpkin Festival this year. We're in the 13 to 16-year-old age category. Each drum solo has to be under 3 minutes. And next up, right after Dave Hooper, we've got Adam Gunn. He's also 16 years old. His name is Adam Gunn. 16-year-old Adam Gunn. We're in the 13 to 16-year-old age category. The category right after this is 17 and up. Right now, though, we've got one more individual in the 13 to 16-year-old age category in the drum-off today, and he's 15 years old. We're going to hear from him. Once again, the Pumpkin Festival is going on again tomorrow, so if you have to leave early today, you can come out tomorrow and take in a lot of fun. Mike Littlefield is our last individual in the 13 to 16-year-old age category. Mike Littlefield, and he's 15 years old. We're going to hear from him in a second. I mentioned the fact a little while ago that Playback's going to be out here today. Maybe you've heard of them. They're a good group. They're coming on at about 12 o'clock. Westlake Village Merchants Association presenting Playback this afternoon. Mike Littlefield, last individual in the 13 to 16-year-old age category. Mike? That's Mike Littlefield. Mike Littlefield, he's the 15-year-old last contestant in the 13 to 16-year-old category. Okay, that concludes the 13 to 16-year-old category, judges. Next up, we've got the 17 and up. I'd like to remind you, these guys are playing for trophies today. They're also playing for DW pedals from the Drum Workshop. They're playing for Remo PTS drum kit provided by Phil Holsey in Slingerland. Also Slingerland visors and t-shirts. Music World with Grady Sane out in Simi Valley has provided sticks and pads. Don Lombardi once again has some DW drum pedals from DW Drum Workshop. Now we're into the 17-year-old and up category. We're going to start off with that. With our first contestant today in that category. He's 20 years old, and his name is Dominic Costanzo. Costanzo? Yeah, Dominic Costanzo, close enough. 20 years old. 21 years old. Her name is Donna Eveland, and Donna, hit it. Anytime you feel like it. Anytime.
I saw your card. Hang on, Don. Hang
Don Lombardi. Also Phil Halsey of Slingerland. We got Grady Say from the music world over in Simi Valley. And we've got a drummer, studio drummer from Chicago, Kenny Samilla. He's out here. Going to continue on with the 17 and up category. So far we've heard from Dominic Costanzo and Donna Eveland. Next up, Ryan Greene. And next up, okay, tell you what, judges, you want to make note of this. I've been mentioning that we've got Ryan Greene coming up next. They've changed it around on me. It's not going to be Ryan Greene. We're going to hear from Dean Sassano. And Dean is 19 years old. Dean Sassano is going to be up right now, okay? So don't think it's Ryan Greene. It's not Ryan Greene. It's Dean Sassano. Oh, okay. Okay, whenever he's ready. Dan Robles, who is a guitar player. We've got Aaron Decker and his Magic Banjo. That's coming up this afternoon at the Pumpkin Festival this year. Right now, though, we're in the drum contest 17 and up category, and we're going to continue on. We're going to continue on with the guy by the name of Robert Johnson, judges. He's 18 years old, Robert Johnson. So far, I'll tell you what, we're going to pass on Robert Johnson. We're going to hear from, this guy is Ryan Greene, judges, Ryan Greene, okay? He's 18 years old. He's up next. It's not Robert Johnson again, it's Ryan Greene, 18. Out here with his Magic Banjo. Also, along with Aaron Decker, we're going to have Dan Robles, a guitar player. We're going to have the group Playback. And we're also going to have the Westlake Village High School jazz combo. Okay, so that's all going to be going on during the Pumpkin Festival. It's going on today and tomorrow, put on by the Westlake Village Merchants Association. It's good to have you out here. Sorry about the rain, but it looks like it's clearing up a little bit. We're continuing on now in the 17 and up category. Once again, judges, he's 18 years old. His name is Robert Johnson. Judges, his name is Robert Johnson. judges, keep it in mind, that guy's name was Robert Johnson. He's 18 years old in the 17 and up category. Thus far today, we've heard from the 10 through 12-year-olds, the 13 through 16-year-olds. And right now at the drum-off, we're in the 17 and up category. Following Robert Johnson, judges, our next contestant is Chris Meyer. He's going to be playing in a couple of seconds here. I'd like to remind you, thank you for coming out to the Drum Festival today, the Pumpkin Festival. It's going on today and tomorrow. And what you don't get in today, you can have fun with tomorrow, okay, if you have to leave early today. Once again, our next contestant in the 17 and up category is Chris Meyer. Okay? Chris Meyer, judges.
Come on, Chris. All right, good.
First place!
Okay, judges, his name, once again, his name is Chris Meyer. Kind of guy you'd love to have around the house for practice, isn't it? Tell you what, later on today, once again, playback's going to be out here. It's good to have you here today for the drum-off. That was Chris Meyer. The guys that are providing the prizes today are also some of the judges. We have Brady Sane here from the music world over at Simi Valley. Also a Chicago drummer, a studio musician. A guy by the name of Kenny Samilla. With us today is Phil Halsey. You might know him. He's with Slingerland Drums. We also have Don Lombardi, the president of a company called DW, the Drum Workshop. And also here today we have Frank Zappa's drummer, Chad Wackerman. So there are judges, and they've also provided us with some of the prizes today. We're in the 17 and up category at the drum contest. Coming up, we have a guy by the name of John Adams, judges. So if you keep that in mind, his name is John Adams. Westlake Village Pumpkin Festival is put on by the Westlake Village Chamber of Commerce, the Merchants Association, and they're going to provide you with some entertainment today and tomorrow. So we're glad to have you out here. We're in the 17 and up category, and once again, judges, the next contestant, John Adams. You're doing a fine job today. Westlake Village Merchants Association is who's putting this on. We did it last year, had a nice turnout. We're doing it again this year. Pumpkin Festival going on today and tomorrow. Right now we're in the midst of the drum contest. We're in the 17 and up category. Judges, this is the final individual in the 17 and up category. And then we're gonna have a little change of schedule. I'll tell you about that right after this guy. His name is Dennis Garcia. Okay, judges, this is Dennis Garcia, and he's our last member in the 17 and up category, Dennis Garcia. Okay, anytime you feel like it, Dennis.
Where's your drum guy? That's nice.
Dennis Garcia, judges. That's Dennis Garcia. We're in the 17 and up category. And you're saying to yourself, well, if we're in the 17 and up category, what is that guy off to the right doing? Or off to your left, actually. Judges, I got to make a note to you here. He was going to be here during the younger division, but he wasn't able to make it. So he should be down in the 10 to 12-year-old category. He just showed up, and his name, Danny McElvaney. So we're going to go back to the 10 to 12-year-old division for Danny McElvaney. We've concluded the 17 and up category. Those are all of the contestants in the 17 and up category. Okay, 10 to 12-year-old category for Danny McElvaney.
Go, Danny. Hasn't rained all week, had to be today, huh?
Okay, we had to go back to the 10 to 12-year-old category there for Danny McElvaney, judges. Musician from Chicago. He's Kenny Samilla. He's out here. He's also a local drummer, so he's out here as one of the judges. Also, we have with us a representative of the Simi World Music Store. Actually, they call it the Music World out in Simi Valley. And his name is Grady Sain. He's here today as one of the judges. Also, Phil Halsey is here. And Phil is a representative from Slingerland. If you go into any of the drum stores and you see Slingerland drums, he's responsible for getting them there. Phil Halsey from Slingerland. We also have with us today Frank Zappa's drummer. He's a judge. Frank Zappa, you might know that his daughter Moon Una just put out a song called Valley Girl, and that's his drummer. Frank Zappa's drummer is here as one of the judges today, a guy by the name of Chad Wackerman. Thank you for coming out. We're going to take a few minutes out here, and we're going to have the results as to who won each category in the drum contest. I'd like to remind you a little bit later on today, you're going to be able to see a guy by the name of Dan Robles, who is a guitarist.
Officially is stating that Drum Workshop makes one of the finest drum pedals in the world. Okay? If you haven't tried one, you should. Secondly, Remo Incorporated has donated a Remo PTS drum kit. In case do all the drummers here know what PTS is? It's a pre-tuned head system. Okay? This is something that's revolutionary in the drum industry, and it's going to change the drum industry dramatically. You can put your drum heads on, and now they're already tuned. You don't even have to worry about it anymore. There's 3 different colors you can get: bright, dark, and mellow. Anyway, Remo has donated a drum kit, which will be one of the prizes, and we'll show you that. Slingerland Drum Company has donated some T-shirts and visors. I want to make an announcement also that Remo has also donated a bunch of their 25th anniversary stickers that you can use on your trap cases and everything, and anybody that wants one, just come on up here and get them whenever we get time, okay? We've also got Spectra Sound, which is a specialty percussion business, which is located in Van Nuys, which is owned by Chuck Molinari, who is a very fine drummer and was the original owner of a professional drum shop in Hollywood. And he produces and manufactures a lot of fine percussion equipment. We have some of their catalogs. And Chuck has donated a beautiful valuation of $85 Mark tree, which will be one of the prizes. We'll show you that in a few minutes. Now for the plug. All of you drummers know who Carmine Appice is, right? Okay? All right, Carmine has just recently joined the Slingerland Drum Company. And we're really happy about it because we feel we have one of the most talented rock players in the world. Besides that, he's a big character, and I love him. Anyway, Carmine is putting together his own first annual Carmine Appice Rock Drum Symposium, and it'll be presented by Carmine Appice Enterprises and Tilt. Told you it was cold. Carmine Appice Enterprises Incorporated in association with Slingerland Drum Company, and it'll be held at Long Beach City College in Long Beach, California, December 27th, 28th, 29th, and 30th. All the information is on here, so I'm not going to go through everything, but any of you drummers who are interested, there will be Carmine will be teaching, his brother Vinny, you all know who Vinny is with Black Sabbath, right? Bruce Gary, and there'll be some surprise guests which I can't announce at this present time, but one of them will be the USC Marching Band Drumline, which is a gas. It's conducted by Jay Wanamaker, who is another fine young percussionist, one of the best. Anyway, there's going to be some really, we're negotiating with bringing in some really exciting guest artists and everything, and I can't really say who they are because we don't really have it nailed down yet. But one of the highlights of the thing will be a drum battle between Carmine and myself. I'm using a Magnum 45, okay? Anyway, they're still totaling up the scores over here and everything like that. At the present time, I don't think there's much more to discuss except just a few more minutes and we'll have it all together for you, so thank you very much. Remember, all these things are up here, and I'm going to put them on the edge of the stage right now, and if whatever you want, just help yourself, okay?
DW Workshop, which is over in Newbury Park over here, they have Representative Judge Don Lombardi, and he's the president of DW, the Drum Workshop, which is over at Newbury Park. This is all put on, and we're glad to say it, by the Westlake Village Chamber of Commerce, and also it's represented by the Merchants Association. All of these fine merchants out here that you shop at are more than happy to provide you with the Pumpkin Festival going on this year. Also, by the way, this stage is provided by the Village Bank. They're more than happy to be out here providing this stage, and we're going to have some more opportunity tomorrow afternoon for you to take in the Pumpkin Festival. The group that's getting ready right now, they're going to play, and they're hot. They're a group by the name of Playback. Maybe you've heard of them before. They're pretty good. They're going to be on in a few minutes. If you want to stick around, we've got an animal contest, an amazing animal contest coming up this afternoon. That's going to be at about 4 o'clock. So stick around for that if you can. If you want to take off, come back a little bit later on. It's going to be going on today and tomorrow. The Pumpkin Festival is, and it's put on by the Merchants Association once again and the Westlake Village Chamber of Commerce. And we're waiting for the judges' results. We've got different age categories, the 10 and 12-year-olds through 12-year-olds. We've also got the 13 through 17 and the 17 and up. So stick around. We'll have the results from our judges in just a few minutes, okay? Thank you, by the way, for coming out. It's super.
Right now, it's a good time, you know. Anyway, we'd like to announce, I'm going to turn this over to Don Lombardi, and he's going to announce the winners from now, okay?
Why don't we go third place first? I'd like to make you aware, though, it was incredible. There was only, in 4 or 5 instances, there was just a 1-point difference with the diversity of the way we each scored in each category. In 4 different instances, the separation between either a first or a second and third was only 1 point. Starting in the age group 10 to 12, we'll go third place first. Third was Danny McElvaney. Danny? Jump on up.
The reason he was late, by the way, I was informed by his mother, was the fact that he had a soccer game this morning. They lost by 1 point. But Danny tells me that they're going to play the team again, and next time he's going to beat them. Also, the reason he had his charts, he was the only cat that had charts here, right? And he wrote that, that was an original solo that he wrote himself, which is really something. That's a gas. Yeah, great. And he didn't panic when his tom-tom fell over either, right? All right. All right, thanks very much. Congratulations. Another hand for Danny.
Tremendous amount of young talent here, I'll tell you. Second place, same category, Craig Anderson. Craig.
Okay. Again, I can't emphasize the fact enough of how much this means to all these kids. And so when you do come up here, let's really show them that what we appreciate them, okay? Hey, Craig, congratulations. Okay. There's a pair of ProMark sticks donated by, right, Music World? See, I know the name is good. Congratulations, okay?
And first place in this category, who of course will get a trophy, and also from the drum workshop, a chain drive bass drum pedal. Peter Burke. Peter, come on up. Congratulations. Peter, here's your new... Oh, you got it. Okay, you got one in the box there, too.
We're into the 13 to 16-year-old age category. We got a jump rope here, double Dutch, right? Okay. Anyway, and we're going for a third prize winner first, right, Sam? Okay. The third prize winner is Mike Littlefield. And Mike gets a trophy, and what else? A pair of drumsticks from Music World in Simi Valley. Okay? Thanks a lot. Congratulations. Second prize winner is... Is that your writing? Huh? Man, they're worse than me. Adam Gunn. Is Adam one of your students? Yes. All right, I just found out Adam was one of Ken Cox's students. Congratulations, Adam. All right, and he gets a Remo practice pad and a trophy. Hey, all right. Now for the grand prize winner in that age category, if I can read Don's writing.
Let me say something here about my writing. The judging would have been done considerably faster, except for Bill had 3 7s come up 24, so we had to go back there and rework that a little bit.
Story of my life. I also bought a 2 pair of pants and burned a hole in my coat. First prize winner is Dave Hooper. Dave? There you go, yeah. Congratulations. Are you in the freelancers drum line? Oh, you weren't allowed to get it? Yeah, I saw the jacket on. It sounded really good. Really enjoyed it. And he gets his drum workshop pedal, and he gets the BTS drum kit furnished by Remo, okay? That all folds up and go out there. Okay, all right? Thanks again. Congratulations. Have a nice hand for Dave. This is the final category. All right, the third prize winner, Dean Sassano. That's Stefano or Sassano? Sassano. Dean. Yeah, here it comes. Very unique looking drum set. Yeah. Yeah, Dean. Sounds good. Yeah, some great double bass drum work. Really. Some of the best I've ever heard. Chad and I were sitting there talking about it and everything. Chad also plays double bass drum. Really enjoyed your playing. How about another hand for Dean? Second prize, the winner is Ryan Greene. Hi, Ryan. Good job. Good job. Okay. All right, the first prize winner, Chris Myers. Can you get a DW pedal and a Mark tree from Spectre Sound? You know how that mounts on the cymbals, right? Okay, how about another hand for the grand prize? The last category, I might say, was very difficult. It was really tough. I mean, there was only 1 point separation all the way down there. All three guys were really good. You said about take care of it, right, Ken? Yeah. Okay. Can you say a couple of words here? Ken Cox is the guy who put this all together. How about a nice hand for Ken?
Thank you. Really close. All the drummers are real close. And let's give a big hand again to the judges who spent their time. They're all professionals. They came out here today. Real big hand for them. Okay, we've got a great band coming up, so everybody to stick around. Nobody leave. You guys ready?